Hi everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Angela. I'm excited to be here with you today sharing about the Meandering Meadows Suite collection. So this is an exciting new suite that will be available from next week. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you today. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on my Facebook Live, whether you're watching this live or watching the recording later, or maybe even watching this on YouTube. So I appreciate you being here, and I hope I inspire you, give you some crafting tips, and you learn some new things today. I enjoy being able to do this Facebook Live each week, and I know I've got many of you who are scattered all around New Zealand, and you can't come to my classes, which are up here in Auckland on the North Shore, because you're just too far away. So it's nice to be able to still craft and share with you and hopefully inspire you too. So it's my way of being able to connect with you and share some crafting and some tips and things too. So I appreciate you being here today and watching this. If you are watching this on YouTube and you enjoy the video, feel free to, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share with others too. All right, so I'm going to be sharing some card ideas first, but I also want to share with you some exciting news that I received today. So with Stamping Up, the Stamping Up year goes from the 1st of October until the 30th of September. So we have just, end of September was the end of the Stamping Up year. And I'm very grateful for all my customers, all those who order through me, for those that are part of my team. And I was very fortunate, as I shared before, to earn the incentive trip, which is something that demonstrators can do through sales and team building. And that will happen in May next year. So I'd already shared about that. And that is just a small percentage, less than 1% of demonstrators earn that. But also today they announced the top performers of demonstrators. And within New Zealand, I was numbered number 5. So that's very exciting to be in the top 5 in New Zealand. So congratulations to all the demonstrators worldwide, New Zealand and otherwise, who have achieved and performed well. Congratulations to Jackie, my team leader, who's number 1 in New Zealand. So a great effort to everyone. So I wouldn't be here without you. I love teaching my classes. I love sharing crafting, and I appreciate all of you who order through me, who receive my newsletters, watch my videos, that kind of thing. I'm glad that I can share with you. So thank you for supporting me in that way. And I hope I, help you and inspire you with your crafting and things too. It's, a fun activity. It's nice to be able to share with others what we make, and just the friendships and things that we can have through all that we do is wonderful as well. I've made so many friends with other demonstrators, with customers, that if I hadn't done Stamping Up, that I would never have met. So I'm very grateful for that. So I'm going to share with you. We'll do some crafting together, and I will show you this exciting new suite. Hopefully I can get my words of and say it correctly. So the Meandering Meadows suite, which consists of some beautiful papers, stamp set, dies, ribbon, and then some embellishments as well. All right, so let me turn my camera around and I will show you what we're making today, and we will get started. Here are the things that are part of this wonderful suite. So like I said, we've got papers, stamp set, dies, embellishments, and some ribbon. And these are not yet available yet. They're available to demonstrators as a pre-order, which is one of the perks of being a demo. And they will be available to you as customers from the 7th of November. So I'm going to show you the papers first, which is the main thing that I'm going to be using today. So these are a 6x6, and these are kind of all hand-drawn, hand-painted, and they're amazing scenes. So these on themselves make beautiful cards. So you get 4 of each. I've used some of the designs already, but I'll just flip through so you can kind of see what they look like. So a range of colours. We've got crushed curry, and I think it's melon mumbo. We've got some petal pink and balmy blue. We've got some purples in there, some orchid oasis and highland heather, what else have we got? There's a whole range of colours. So what I find very useful is to have the backing sheet, because on the back it's got all the colours. We've got garden green and then shaded spruce. But aren't they beautiful, beautiful designs? So this is what one side is like. So they're all kind of scenes and different range of colours. And then I'll show you the back. The back is quite different. Here we've got some more yellows and fresh freesias in it as well. Your balmy blue there, as well as the crushed curry. And this is blueberry bushel as well. So lots of cool colours. And then if I flip it over, you will see other amazing patterns and colours and things. I'll go through these a little bit more quickly. Well, that looks like it's all part of that one. So these are more, neutral, even sort of browns, greens, different shades of greens. So good for backgrounds and things if you're not wanting a whole scene. Of course, I want to use the front, but yeah, there we go. So very versatile. I've already used a few sheets, but that's what they are like. So they're coming soon. All right, so the stamp set, the Garden Meadows stamp set, great set of stamps and things with flowers and wheelbarrows and gumboots and things, and then there's dies. So some of these dies will cut out some of the stamped images, and we've got grass and this archway and things too. We've got these gorgeous embellishments. We've got dragonflies and then the birds. There's actually, I should probably take it out the plastic, 2 different bird ones. Sorry, rattle, rattle. I just put them in there so I didn't lose them. And they're quite flat too, so they're not going to be really bulky. So you can see the 2 different bird images going different ways, and then the dragonflies. And then we've got some of this ribbon here, which has got a pecan pie in the middle. So very nice products coming up. So what I'm going to focus on today is the papers. So I'm basically using 1 sheet and going to make 2 cards with it. And I need your help today because you're going to help decide on colours. So this is the first pair that I made. So I'm using a full piece here, and what I'm doing is I'm looking for the colours in the papers, pulling them out and using them for, what colours I've got in the background. So you see a bit of a contrast here. So here we've got Orchid Oasis and Cherry Cobbler. This one here, because we've got the darker flowers, I've gone for a shaded spruce background, and I've got Cherry Cobbler and then Orchid Oasis. And then you've got your piece, and then this is kind of the offcut here. So that's how I've kind of come up with that. And then I'll show you another one that is very different colouring as a contrast. So we've got, here we have a lot of yellow. So we've got crushed curry, and I've used a garden green base. I've used the same bases for both, garden green and crushed curry. Then for this one in here is a little bit of fresh freesia. So I've picked that up and used that sort of accent colour there. So I get 2 cards out of the 1 piece of 6x6. So 1 piece here in the little strip. And then what I've done is I've embossed a piece, added it together, looking at what colours are in the paper and going from there. So you might be wondering what shape that is. So that's the hexagon shape. And that is part of the Heartful Hexagon stamp set, which I believe you can find that online, not in the catalogue. And you can use the sentiments that are part of it, or that's not part of it. This one is. Or you can use, from your own other sets. You've got 2 types of borders, so you can see the dotted one there and this more detailed one there. And then I've just used a sentiment from something else, but then there's little flowers, little leaves and a heart, so you can add those to your sentiments if the shape needs filling out a little bit more. So you can see the cards, with this as the focal point, a sentiment. Here I've added a bit of linen thread behind. You can do that. These ones I've added a bit of ribbon behind. You can do whatever you like. So I'll show you the paper that I have chosen, and then I've got different cardstock colours for you to choose from, and then you're going to help make it and decide. All right, so as you can see here, I've got lots of different options for card. So this is the paper that I'm going to use. So we've got our green, so I've got a bit of garden green there. We've got some of the crushed curry, the melon mumbo, we've got balmy blue and petal pink. Now you'll see with this set, I've kind of gone through for the same with the bases. This one here, similar, we've both got okara wasted and cherry cobbler, but then this base is different with the green. So we could go with 2 completely different colour options for the complete one, or we could do similar. I quite like, because of this in the sky, the clouds with the balmy blue and petal pink. So we could go for that option. Maybe as a whole card, cut it, because you could decide if you want that side or that side. If we do that, then there's quite a bit of the cloud which coordinates, and then we're not focusing on the colours of the flower so much. Or you could go for maybe a garden green base, maybe some I got that cut to side, melon mumbo, and then that one. Or you could go with the crushed curry. So what are your thoughts? So we're talking about making the one with the whole piece. 3 choices. What would you like to do? Do you think we should go with petal pink and balmy blue? Do you think we should go with garden green and melon mumbo? Or do you think we should go with garden green and crushed curry? What are your thoughts? Have a little look and see. And I've got a variety of ink pads here, so we can stamp in colours to go with it. Green and melon mumbo is what Helen said. Excellent. Well, you're first to answer. Anyone else got any thoughts? We can always change it up for the other piece. All right, so the question is, next question, do we cut so we've got the image like that? Or do we cut so we've got the image like that? So do you want to see more of the sky, or do we want kind of that in the center? This is the question. Whoops, sorry, knocking the camera there. I quite like that. Should we go with that one? Then it kind of in the center. All right, so I've got my trimmer here. All right, so card base is the standard 14.85 by 21, scored at 10.5. This is 10 centimetre, no, did she say melon mumbo, sorry. 10 centimetres by 14.3. So we need to make this, so I'm going to cut, I'll turn it upside down, we're going to make it 9.5. And it's going to be, whoops, too long. So we've got to decide, it's not quite in the centre, but there we go. Do we want less sky or like that? I think we're going to go like that. So we're going to cut it at 13.8. So the biggest thing with these cards is to decide colour combinations. All right, there we go. So this is the first card decided. So we're going to go that, garden green, melon mumbo. That's very pretty. And then that kind of brings out the colours there. So we're going to adhere those together. Nice and easy. So they're quick, nice cards, but beautiful because of the images that we have. So we'll put that to here. Try and get a nice even border. And put this on our card front. And then we're going to add a sentiment. Now I don't want something too big because I want the focus to be on the image. So that's why I've just gone for something small like that. And yeah, so I just need a thin piece to stamp on. So just get my scraps and we'll cut a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp 2 and you can tell me which colour you like. So I like to make thank you cards because I like to be able to send them to my customers. So the thank you that I'm using is from, nice and simple, from the Timeless Arrangements, and it's there. So I'm going to do one in melon mumbo. Well, you could even do the yellow, but we haven't used the yellow, so let's not. and one in garden green. So let's do garden green first. There we go. And then melon mumbo. And you can decide which colour you like, but I better clean it in between. Whoops, that's a bit low. Oh, it's not too bad actually. Okay, we'll keep that. All right, so I'm going to trim the sides at an angle. 1, 2. So that's with the melon mumbo, and this is with the garden green. Just trimming that off. Okay, which do you like? So there's that colour, or there's that one. Next decision, which colour do you like? You could put it higher up if you wanted, or down low, maybe down low, and then all these decisions. So that's the green, that's the pink. What should we go with? While we're deciding and you're commenting, I'm going to make my bow. So I've kind of done sort of like a double bow, and this is my little trick to doing a double bow. So linen thread. I find the end to start with. I'm going to wind it round twice. So one end starts up there, the other one finishes at the bottom. And then I'm going to cut another piece to tie around for tying it together. Now it's really hard to hold this and tie, so I'm going to use some glue dots, and I'm actually going to get this and glue dot this in the middle approximately, and put it on my desk, whatever. Oh, there's a glue dot still on my finger. Oh no, there's two of them. Okay, so we'll put that one to there. Okay, so that kind of holds it in place, and then I can tie it, which is very cool. So I'm just going to tie a knot like so. Got a glue dot in there, and now my double bow is complete. So I'm going to put a bit of tape behind this, or you could use glue dot, but we'll just do a bit of tape and adhere that. Oh, what did I say? What colour? Did we decide on a colour? Should we go for the pink? Let's go for the pink. So we'll do this one. And which way? Oh, I don't know. Maybe like that. So get some tails at the bottom, some tails at the top, and maybe that. I might just need to trim one because it's a bit longer. Oh, very fiddly. No pressure when you're on camera. And then sort of put it like that. I'm just going to trim that one and that one a little bit. Grab some dimensionals. I can only find my little ones at the moment, so we'll put a couple of little ones on. Whoops, didn't mean to put two together. And put that on. All right, so what you need to do with this paper is look at the colours that are in it and then decide what colours you're going to go with, you know, for your card base. And should we do it up high or should we do it down low? Maybe down there. There we go. So that's our first card. Nice and simple. For our second card, so I'll show you the three different cards. Where did I put the other two? The other one. Oh, here. Okay, so you can see they're quite different with their colours and designs and things. But yeah, quite elegant. So that one's a bit lower, that one's higher, that one's on the other side. So just make it work with your papers and things. All right, so the second card, we're going to have the strip that we had left, and then which is this one, which is our card. Yeah, that one. And then we've got to decide whether we're going for the green again or something else. So I do have a green base. Let's see what happens if we go for the same option. So we could go with the melon mumbo. So this will need trimming down. And then we could accent it with some of the yellow. But I'd probably go, and that way we've got, because there's quite a bit of yellow in there. So what do you think for that for an idea? I don't think we can use the petal pink or the blue because it's not so noticeable in there. So let's trim that down. And then we've got a bit of yellow. Or you could do the reverse, I guess. You could have the yellow. And then you could have the pink as the accent. But I don't have that pre-done. So we won't do that. So you can see there's all sorts of possibilities. So let's cut that at 10 by 14.3. And then we'll trim this one so it's 13.8, cutting off a bit of the sky. And then you can decide if you want to put, and I might need to make this a little bit narrower too. They're about 5 centimeters each with a slight overlap. So let's trim this one down just a little bit too, just so it's not too wide. So you can put that going over that or the other way around. I want to put the picture over that. Hope you're following. It's not too complicated. All these decisions to make on deciding what to do. All right. So this one is definitely lots of bright colours. So the embossing folder I've used is the Exposed Brick 3D embossing folder, which is lots of fun. I use that lots. And try and get an even border. Whoops, it's not quite straight. I think that's okay. And then that will go onto there. Like so. My DSP is a fraction longer. I remember on the other one I did trim it again because I think when that gets embossed, it becomes a little bit shorter because it's going through. All right, there we go. So I'm thinking probably the bright colour. We're going for the melon mumbo again. So we've got 2 different shapes. I think I'll go for the more detailed one, and I always get it wrong which one it is. I think it's that one. Yes, it is that one. Okay, so we've got that now stamped towards the bottom because when you put your punch in, you can only go up so far. All right, so let's go for another thank you. And where has it gone? It's going to go for a bigger thank you. And it has disappeared. I probably buried it under. Here it is. Kind of put that in the middle. There we go. It's not the clearest. What I might do is we'll turn it over, have another go. I should probably, there we are. Let's try again. That's better, much happy with that. And we're going to do a little heart either side. We'll try to anyway. 1. Oh no. Let's see if we can. Oh look at that. You'd never know. Thank goodness for that. Slightly angled, so. Oh, beautiful. All right, in with our punch. So with the punch, I like to put it in and cut it out. All right, there we go. So Sylvia's saying, what about the scene in the middle? Yes. Do you mean this middle? Not quite sure what you mean, but there we go. All right, so now we've got that touch of yellow coming through. Now the ribbon that goes with the suite, I haven't actually used because I kind of forgot it was part of the suite. And it is slightly more of a vanilla-y colour. So, and I've stamped in white. I could put it behind, but for now, I am going to use this nice sparkly, what's it called? White iridescent ribbon. But you could use ribbon, or you could use some of the linen thread, whatever you like. So I'm just going to go for a kind of down, whoops, let's get our angle right, bend it back and then back up kind of look, and angle it using it with my ribbon scissors. Cool. I think it needs to be a bit more angled to the side, so let's pull that off and try again. Let's kind of angle it like that. Try again. All a bit fiddly. Okay. Sort of like that. Yep, that looks pretty good. Add it on with some dimensionals. And it looks like we're going to be using, have I got big ones here? Yes, I do. We will add a couple of big ones. 1, 2. There we go. We don't want to sort of spoil the scene. We want to see these beautiful flowers. So there we are. So that is today's cards. So what Sylvia is suggesting is we have that image in the middle, cut the yellow inside, in half, sorry, not inside, and then you could have yellow on either side and then the scene in the middle, which would, yeah, that's a cool idea. Hadn't thought of that. That would be quite cool. I like that. So maybe you can give that a go. So I'll show you the different cards, the different colours, so you can kind of see, and this is how you can make 2 cards from 1 sheet. So we've got our garden green, melon mumbo, and a bit of crushed curry. We have got, just trying to find the pairs of them. I've got 2 separate ones here. Where's my other, working in a limited space and I can't find all the pairs of cards. So we've got those, oh here it is, hiding underneath. So we've got this one here, which the bases are both the same, a bit like my one, but we've added a bit of fresh freesia with the touch of fresh freesia. And then our last one is this, but I can't find, here it is, right at the bottom underneath my ink pads. But we've gone for different base colours. So we've gone for shaded spruce on this one with the Orchid Oasis. I love those. So these are quite deep colours, whereas they're brighter colours, a bit paler with fresh freesia. So quite different. So there you go. So remember, these papers are beautiful. So they're 6 by 6 and they will come out from the 7th of November. So if you're keen to order some, I think they're going to be very popular. If you'd like me to order them for you, I suggest that you get in soon, let me know so I can order them on the day, or you can order online. I'll just show you a couple of other cards I made with them. Now these are in my newsletter, which I sent out at the beginning of the month. One is very similar to what we did, but I've used garden green, so it's like this. But I used a die here, and I laid it up with another piece, and I put my bow at the side. And then another one. Now, if you sign up to my newsletter, you'll get all the measurements and things too. It's not an original idea, it was inspired, but it's like a 3-panel card, and it's got a special name, a trip card or something like that with the 3 panels, and you'll see the embellishments on it as well. So if you sign up to my newsletter, it was inspired by Patty Bennett. She does it in Imperial, but I've got it to fit our metric measurements and things. So it's a sneak peek. So they're exclusive tutorials that are in my newsletter, but if you sign up to my newsletter, then you'll be able to get those as well. And if you want to sign up to my newsletter, if you go to stampwithangela.co.nz, and on the right hand side of my blog is a place where you can sign up for my newsletter, and you'll get a free special card tutorial when you sign up, and then my newsletter, and you'll get those other tutorials as well. It's got all the measurements too. I'll send out weekly emails with information, promotions, and exclusive things that I just share on my newsletter. All right, so thank you for joining me today. I had lots of fun sharing these cards with you. Now, they're predominantly the papers. I haven't had much of a chance to play with the stamps and dies yet, but obviously they're going to be lots of fun as well. I'll give you, if I can find it, a sneak peek of one card. So these are what the actual stamp set and the dies look like. I have had a play with the arch, but that card seems to have gone. Oh, here it is. I'll just show you a quick sneak peek of it using the arch. So here we go. Maybe I'll put it down there. You can. Is it in focus? I hope so. Yeah. So I've got the scene through the arch, which is very cool. And in my newsletter, you'll find out why that linen thread is there. Linen, it's a good way of hiding mistakes. So there you go. So lots of inspiration, lots of ideas, a wonderful set. Now this is an online exclusive, so it's not going to feature in a catalogue, but it will be on the online store. Now you don't have to have an account and order online if you don't like doing that kind of thing. You can contact me. I can still order it as part of my normal group orders and that kind of thing. But you won't find it featured in a catalogue. It will just be available to see on the online store. But if you go to look for it now, you won't see it there. It's not there until next Tuesday when it goes live. If you become a demonstrator, well, then you can order it now and get it part of your starter kit if you really, really like it. All right, so lots of talking from me today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for congratulating me on my achievements. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you for supporting me through my Facebook Lives, my YouTubes, my newsletter, my blog, my Facebook page, and for your orders and things. I really appreciate you as customers and my team members, and I love being able to do this and share it with you. So thanks so much, and if you've got any questions, do get in touch with me. Maybe it's something I can share on my Facebook Live. If you've got the question, maybe someone else does too. All right, thanks so much. Get in touch with me if you've got any questions, like a catalogue, and remember to sign up to my newsletter if you haven't already. And we'll see you again next Thursday. Thanks so much. Bye.